Yet another new electric car spotted from BYD. I mean, I honestly have completely lost track of all their models. It doesn't matter how many times I look at all the different articles, look at their website, and I've done so many videos on BYD, just hundreds of videos, I think, on BYD over the last 4.5 years. Not even that, last just over 4 years. I've just lost track, guys. I'm sorry. I apologize. My brain just can't possibly remember all the different models. This new model, it might actually be one of my top three favorite from BYD. It's certainly not in my price range. I wouldn't be buying a car costing this much money, but this thing looks really good. It reminds me of the design, very similar design to the Zeekr, right? The Zeekr 001, which so many people absolutely love that design, to ShootingBrake, and it's basically a wagon version of the Yangwang sedan, which is pretty damn impressive, I have to say. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Check out this new BYD Yangwang. I can't get over that name, Yangwang. But anyway, the Yangwang U7 GT. ShootingBrake. This is what it looks like. It's nice. Really nice. Anyway, the U7 GT, what does it get? Well, it's got a triple screen layout. So if you like lots of screens, it's got 3 screens in the front. It's got a large vertical central touchscreen, 2 flanking digital displays for instrumentation and for the passenger to look at the screen while you're driving. You'd think that wouldn't work. You'd think you'd get distracted, but they've got this way of making, not just BYD, but car manufacturers, putting a screen for the passenger and making it so it dims so the driver can't see it. Only the actual passenger can see it. It's going to get basically the same driving platform and the same features as the Yangwang U7 sedan. So what does that get? Well, it gets a quad motor, so 4 motors, putting out massive power. Every motor puts out 240 kilowatts, so more than 300 horsepower, meaning total system power is 960 kilowatt. That's 1,300 horsepower. Incredibly powerful. It's got an 800 volt silicon carbide platform. So not the 1,000 volt architecture of the Tang or the Han, but 800 volts, still pretty impressive, yeah? Torque, 1,584 newton meters. Now, you'd think this would be ridiculously fast, but the Yangwang sedan, it's quick, but it's not crazy fast. It's not like a Tesla Model S Plaid or like a Xiaomi SU7 Ultra. And the reason is because it's relatively heavy. These are more luxury type cars, but it's still really fast, just not quite as fast as those vehicles. Suspension, it gets BYD's very trick Disus Z electromagnetic suspension, which uses 4 independently controlled actuators in place of hydraulic dampers. I've heard this works really, really well. I haven't actually tested it myself, but I've heard it works really well. The system can make up to 50 adjustments every 10 milliseconds and supports regenerative damping. That means road energy can be partially converted into battery charge. So if you're going on really bumpy roads, you can send more energy straight to the battery from the suspension. That's really cool. That's like a real future feature, isn't it? Imagine if all cars had that feature, right? That the suspension, all the little bumps on the road, send regen energy to the battery. That's just super cool. I love that idea. Specifications haven't been officially revealed, but the sedan is big. It's really big. In fact, it's nearly as long as a Ford Ranger. It's 5,265 millimeters long, 2 meters wide. It's wheelbase is massive, nearly a 3.2 meter wheelbase. So it's probably going to compete with something like a Porsche Taycan Sport Turismo. It's in that price range. Panamera Sport, Turismo. That's the kind of sector that BYD are going after, the ultra wealthy luxury car market. Apparently, it's going to come with 3 LiDAR sensors. One's not enough. It needs 3. And BYD's advanced Eye of the Gods driver assistance system, enabling features aimed at amazingly good autonomous driving. Will they be amazingly good? Absolutely not, but they'll be good. So, yeah. Eye of the Gods. It's interesting, isn't it? BYD has their already God's Eye C and B and A, but this is above that. right? It's above those 3 levels. It's eye of the god. So now they've got 4 different levels. In fact, you can get God's eye nothing. You can get no God's eye. So there's actually 5 different levels. There's nothing, which is their cheap. You get that in their cheap cars. Then you get C, then you get B, then A, then eye of the god. So there's 5 different levels. I actually think it's really confusing to have 5 different levels. I even think Tesla's system of having 3 levels is a little confusing for a lot of people. Autopilot, enhanced autopilot, and full self-driving. But having 5, it's too much. Anyway, I reckon this is a cool car, and I wouldn't mind one of these. I love the shape of ShootingBrakes. I think this looks really nice. I still think the Zeekr 001 looks cooler, looks better, even though it's been around for a few years' time. But this is awesome. This is awesome. And that regen feature for suspension, that's really cool. 800 volt platform. What do you guys think? Do you like it? Let me know what your thoughts are. Thanks for watching. Guys, I find this kind of geeky stuff really quite interesting. If you don't like geeky stuff like me, like turning circle radiuses and the technology companies are using now to completely change cars. In other words, making a really big car drive like a really small car, then, tune out. But if you do, stick with me. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Guys, I think this is the smallest turning radius of any large vehicle in the world. I can't find anything with a smaller turning radius. I've done a Google searching for several hours. If you can, I absolutely would love to know what it is, because I don't know of it. And as you guys know, I'm obsessed with cars. I do think I know probably more models of car than 99.9% of the other human beings on this planet. Not that that's really saying anything. But anyhow, the point is here, guys, this technology is quite remarkable. And I've initially thought, the only way to achieve this feat, to make a really big car drive like a really small car, which none of them really do. You got these supercar manufacturers saying they have rear wheel steering and stuff like that. It shortens the turning circle a little bit, but it's not a huge difference. I really thought the only way to do this was to do what Tesla did with the Cybertruck, by actually having drive-by-wire steering. And the Cybertruck's the only vehicle in the world with that technology. Other manufacturers have been trying to get that to work for a long time. They have not succeeded. Toyota, by the way, has been working on that for decades. They haven't succeeded with all their thousands of engineers that say they're the best in the world. But anyhow, that's not the point. But apparently you don't. BYD's found a different way to do it. Earlier this year, BYD unveiled the unfortunately named Yangwang. Now, has anyone told BYD that Wang means male appendage in slang in almost every Western country in the world? Anyway, the Yangwang U7 sedan. This is a big car. It's bigger than a Tesla Model S, a fair bit bigger, in fact. And you can buy one of these vehicles. They're actually quite impressive. They look, honestly, I'm not a massive fan of the styling of the front, but in general, the rest of the car, I think, looks fantastic. For a big vehicle, it doesn't look huge. That's one of the key things I like about it. But it is a very expensive vehicle, right? This thing costs, you could buy about 30 BYD Seagulls for the same price.